So you want to learn how to sell your music on iTunes? That's it? Okay, it's simple. I'll tell you. Stay tuned. Peace and blessings, guys. My name is SG1 from the Grammy Award-winning team, the Piecemakerz. And if you have come to this channel because you want to learn music business tips, how to be successful in the music industry, how to get placements, how to attract the major people in the music industry like the Beyoncés, the Drakes, the Kendrick Lamars, and all these other people that you idolize and want to do business with, then this is the channel for you. And you need to subscribe in order to stay in tune with tips and different things that we're giving you guys to make that happen. However, all of that depends on you. You understand in the music business, this is not a magical situation that happened. You just can't produce beats and think that Beyonce or Jay-Z or Kendrick Lamar is going to magically know about you because you tag them into a track on Facebook or Twitter or something of that nature. So it requires information. It requires you to understand the music industry. And if that's your intentions and you're serious about your business and you're serious about your profession and you really want to make this a tangible business career, or you really want to be successful in this business, and I'm going to tell you basically to hit subscribe and click on the bell notification so that you're notified when we put out new videos, which all will help you become a better producer, artist, record label, or independent artist. I don't know what you plan on being or doing, but whatever it is, we're here to help you. Now, if you're unfamiliar with who I am or unfamiliar with who we are the Grammy Award-winning team, the Piecemakerz, and we have worked hand in hand with such artists like Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Sean Kingston, you name it, we have worked with them. So we're a little qualified to tell you how to become successful because this is how we did it. And if you don't know anything about us, we are a group of producers and songwriters who basically came from the bottom up, having been in the music industry predominantly most of our lives, and didn't understand, or matter of fact, we didn't even know how to be successful in this until we learned the secrets of the music industry. And when I say secrets, I don't want to make it like this conspiracy theory type situation. However, there's certain information you need to know if you plan on being successful, and there's just basic information that every producer, artist, songwriter, record label exec need to know. So this channel is dedicated to teaching you the basic aspects of what you need to know, and if you're willing to go further with us, then we have more advanced information for those who are serious about their business. However, today you have chimed in to say and learn and understand. Did I say? Yes, I did. You've chimed in saying to us through emails that you want to learn how to sell your music on iTunes. So we've dedicated this particular video to those of you who want to learn how to pretty much sell your music on iTunes. Now, first things first, let's talk about iTunes. So firstly, let's be realistic about what you're asking. You're talking about a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and you're talking about a corporation that just does not allow any and everybody to represent its brand, because truly, as you are an independent artist or you're a producer, you're really looking for this brand, and you're trying to attach your brand to this brand to substantiate who you are. That's the truth, okay? If you didn't, you wouldn't have a need to be trying to have your music put on iTunes. And if you're trying to get your music on iTunes, along with the brand recognition and the brand validation, you're also trying to utilize their platform because you feel like there's enough people going to their iTunes website or platform that would put you in the arena to allow people to hear your music. So with all that said, I'm going to share with you what I can at least share with you to get you where you need to go. However, once you are able to tune in to the iTunes platform, it doesn't mean you'll necessarily be successful. And I want to be honest with you about that, because because so many people misconstrue talent and business as two separate things, when in truth it's hand in hand. The best artists in the world are the best businessmen. The best rappers and the best performers and composers and producers are the best business people, because how do you know? Because you hear about them. And maybe they aren't necessarily the best businessmen or women per se. However, they have someone in their team who have mastered the art of business. And these are the things you have to put in mind and keep in mind when it comes to what you are requesting or what you want to see yourself achieve within your career that you're trying to start. And that aspect of what you're trying to start is a business. So as long as you can understand that and comprehend that, then you'll understand what you're requesting from iTunes, because iTunes, which is a product of Apple, is a business. And iTunes have a strict policy and guidelines that they implement. iTunes have a strict policy and guideline because they only want certain music on their platform that have followed the guidelines and or procedures that they have found worthy and or standard in the music industry as a whole. So with that being said, there's going to be certain steps that you're going to have to take before even implementing the resources that I'm going to provide for you in this particular video. And again, forgive me, I am a stickler on sharing a bunch of useless information that's in my head. However, I don't want you to go away from this video saying I did not inform you prior to giving you the resources to put yourself inside of the iTunes market. Some of these places and these vendors that I'm going to speak to you on, you probably already know about. However, such distribution platforms that I want to talk to you about would be Tunecore. Tunecore is one of the legends when it comes to distribution and platforms. Now let's be honest, when it comes to all these platforms, they will vary in their terms and agreements, and there's going to be a lot of backdoor things you may not understand within those terms of agreements, or a lot of things you may give up. And basically because they're utilizing their credentials to get you into a platform they know that a lot of independent artists and producers and record labels can't really get into. So Tunecore is one of those avenues that has pros and cons, like everyone I'm going to mention. And so I don't want to isolate this particular conversation to Tunecore as a whole. I'm just saying that every name that I mentioned to you will have its pros and cons. You just have to decide what best fits you and what you're trying to do, okay? So Tunecore is one of those companies that will allow you to use their platform for distribution. Not only is there Tunecore, you also have DistroKid or DistroKid, all depends on where you're from in the United States and how you phonetically utilize your vowels. But DistroKid is also another platform that you can use to get into iTunes, all right? And they have a very good price range, you know what I mean? And there's, again, pros and cons to all of these companies like DistroKid and Tunecore so far. And then lastly, what I want to say is, as I can go into a ton of other companies like Lander and the rest, it will be based on your research that determines what you decide to use and what you think may work for you. And that's the bottom line. Whatever you think may work for you. And here's what I ask you to do. I beg you all to do. Please read the terms of agreement before you sign up with these companies. Read the facts page. Look at the comments and criticisms. Look at all that. That's the key behind knowing or deciding what company you want to use. It won't be about pricing structure, because oftentimes the price that you may be paying up front, there is back-end prices or something that you may be giving up on the back end. So I'm asking you guys to make sure that you pay attention to all these things, because I don't want you to be like, well, you guys recommended this to me and so I did it because you recommended it to me. No, I'm only giving you the immediate and obvious companies that when you do your research you'll find and decide whether or not you want to use. Now, before I get into this next distribution platform, I want to make a disclaimer and let you know that none of the companies that I've mentioned so far is paying us for advertising, nor are we being endorsed by any of the companies I've mentioned so far. Okay, so just being clear on that. Not saying that we won't be later on, but at this particular time when this video was shot, we have not been endorsed by any of these companies, to mention their names, okay? But what I want to talk about was cdbaby. And cdbaby is that platform that we use as the Piecemakerz prior to our involvement with Dr. Dre or any of the placements we got when we wanted to release our own album or EP, but they did not have a lot of the tools that they have for you guys now. So I bought up CD Baby because a lot of you guys are already using CD Baby, and what you don't know is there is a avenue that you can use with CD Baby that will allow you to put your music on iTunes. You just got to go and tell them that's what you want to do, or go and find the link that says, you know, allow my music to be on iTunes, because they won't take the presumption of just saying this is what you want to do. Okay, they're respectful like that. However, CD Baby is one of the platforms that you can use, and there's no monthly charge to putting you in the platform of iTunes. And I'm pretty sure they have many other platforms that it can put you in, but we're just talking about iTunes at this moment. So go to your CD Baby account or your log in and figure out how to go about utilizing them for iTunes, because again, the rest of those services that I mentioned have fees involved with them. But if you're already affiliated with a company like CD Baby, it just makes sense to not having to go pay these extra fees with someone else when you can use CD Baby, because you're already a member of them, to get what you're looking for in the iTunes platform. So CD Baby is one of the platforms that I would suggest you use if you're already using them for distribution, or to distribute your hardcover CDs or whatever else you're trying to do. Think about that. Now, all I'll say to you is that you found this information useful and you appreciate what we're sharing here for free on YouTube, then make sure you hit the like button and or comment if there's someone or a distribution company I left out, because again, I wasn't trying to cover all of the distribution platforms and outlets that you guys have available to you. I just want to make mention to things or platforms you could use in order to get the purpose or the thing that you wanted done. However, if there's something I left out, make sure that you comment below, right down there, and tell the other people in the community other opportunities or platforms that helped you get your music onto iTunes and get you distributed to where you need to be at. If you like this video, make sure that you hit the like button, you subscribe, and once you subscribe, click on the bell, which is your notification. This allows you to know when we're putting out new videos, which may be useful to you guys and or useful to someone you know, husband, mate, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever, you know what I mean? But make sure you click on the bell notification, which will allow you to know when we put out new videos. Anyway, my name is SG1 again, from the Grammy Award winning team, the Piecemakerz, and Music Millionaires TV, hoping that I'm working with you guys in the future and we can make millions of dollars together. And remember, music is life. We out.